The following is a presentation of an experimental meditation technique I have developed in my own practice. The technique developed over a number of years in corroboration in my own relations with God. For a while I had asked if it was okay to share the meditation with others, but it was not until it was fully developed that I was given permission to teach the meditation. Although the meditation is new and unique in its presentation, it is for the most part based on a combination of various other reliable techniques. The nature of the meditation is such that it is organic and living and spontaneous in its application, in keeping with the nature of spirit itself. This video will be broken into a few segments where each of the individual components of the meditation are presented, and finally showing how they all fit together. The meditation also contains a theoretical element, which will be explained first. The meditation is a working participation in the four great paths to God, or yogas, and such includes an element dedicated to spirit living in you, or your I-ness, spirit in loving relationship, spirit as the existence of all there is, and spirit in actions. There is a sitting component to the meditation and a standing component. The meditation also works to harmonize these aspects of spirit with chakra points in the body and circulate energy around in a form based on a baby fetus position, beginning at the navel, going around the head and into the heart. There is also a visualization component to the meditation, which harmonizes with all these aspects, turning it into a living cultivation in harmony with all that is. In addition to this, there is a breathing component that works with the energy in your body and aids in entering the meditative state. To begin with, each component is focused on in turn, in order to familiarize yourself with it, with in view that all aspects are changed between and move through in a spontaneous living meditation. Sit cross-legged on the floor with hands rested one on top of the other and thumbs touching in the Buddha's mudra. Breathe deeply into your lower belly, all the while in the back of one's mind visualizing an egg around the whole body with the yolk or seed of the avocado in the dantian or energy center at the navel. In one's mind, be relaxed and focus and be at one with your external environment and sounds in it, such that you are your environment. As you take the breath, circle your hands apart and around behind your back, tracing the energy from the navel around under the groin and up into the spine. The mantra here is chanted in the mind during this portion. As the arms come up, circle the wrists and bring the arms into an open V above the body. Now in your mind, change to a focus on I amness, your own sense of you as spirit. This is done by feeling or looking as one's own consciousness or awareness. The breath is pulled up with the continuing in-breath up into the lungs. The visualization is of light and spiritual influx coming down from the spiritual world into the top of the head, and this is done as the energy is pulled up the spine and over the top of the head, whilst chanting I am in the mind. The arms are then brought in front of the body in prayer position, and energy is thrown down the front of the face into the heart chakra. God in personal form is visualized upwards at an angle of 30 degrees as a golden being or other preferred deity image. The focus of the meditation is then on God as a person, and love for him or her is to be felt as the head slightly bows and you is chanted in the mind. The hands then come back to the Buddha mudra and the process is repeated, anything from a few minutes to 20 minutes or half an hour. The different aspects, the energy, visualization, meditation or action, can be focused on in varying degrees during the meditation, such that all aspects are covered during the meditation and the whole thing works as one spontaneous flow of energy and meditation under the direct guidance of God. For the standing meditation, the same process is followed, except a tree is visualized instead of an egg. The knees bend as the arms come forward around the back, and one pushes down into the floor as one pushes up with the hands. Whilst doing the standing meditation, feel free to let the energy take you and move the hands and legs freely whilst holding on to the root force of the meditation. As with all meditation, although certain effects are realized immediately, it is most beneficial if practiced every day, preferably once in the morning for an hour and once in the evening for an hour, or whenever you have the time. I hope you get something out of the practice. All the elements are based on other forms of meditation and Qigong that are in wide use, and as such it should be in principle a very good and reliable form of meditation. Although I am still just doing it myself, having been given it by God, I am myself excited and looking forwards to the ultimate result of the meditation. But if you take up the practice, I pray that the Lord guides you to do it and adapt it in a way that suits you. Amen, Namaste, and thank you.